Okay, this video is going to go over multiplying decimals. All right, so we have a problem here. It says negative 4.123 times 1.5. Now, when you multiply decimals, one quick note is that you do not need to line the decimals up. What I usually do is I look at my two numbers. I try to figure out which number is longer. So this number here is longer, so I'm going to put that number on top. Now, notice I'm not going to write my negative sign. Okay, I don't care about that negative sign till the end. Now I'm going to multiply it by 1.5. That number's going to go second. Now you want to bring this number all the way as far over to the left as you can. Okay, so I'll just put 1.5 way over here. Again, you do not need to line up the decimals. All right, now I'm going to start multiplying. So you're going to just use this 5 first. You're going to do the 5 times the 3, 5 times the 2, 5 times the 1, 5 times the 4. So let's start with 5 times 3. Okay, that's 15. I'm going to carry my 1. Now I'm going to do 5 times 2, which is 10, plus the 1 is 11. Carry my 1. Okay, next I'm going to do 5 times 1, which is 5, plus 1 is 6. And then last I'm going to do 5 times 4, which is 20. All right, now when I go down to my second row, so I already used this 5. Some people just like to cross that off, so they used it. And because we're skipping that place, you need to put a 0 right here. All right, now I'm going to go with the 1. I'm going to do 1 times 3, which is 3. Now, I probably should have crossed those off so I don't mix those up. So again, cross those off because we already used them. And let's start with the 1 times 3, which is 3. 1 times 2, which is 2. 1 times the other 1, which is 1. And then 1 times 4, which is 4. Okay, your next step is just to add these up. All right, 5 times plus 0 is 5. 3 plus 1 is 4. 6 plus 2 is 8. 0 plus 1 is 1. And 4 plus 2 is 6. Now your last step is to figure out where's my decimal go. So here's what you need to do for that. All right, to figure out where your decimal goes, you want to see how many places are after the decimal. Well, in this one, there's 1, 2, 3. This one, there's 1 place after the decimal. That's a total of 4. That means you're going to come to the end of this problem. Here's my decimal right now. You're going to move it back 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's where your decimal goes. So my answer is 6.1845. Okay, and then now let's figure out, is it a negative or a positive? Well, if you have one of each, a negative times a positive, it's a negative. So there's my final answer. All right, we're going to try another one. This time we have negative 4.0 times negative 12.560. All right, so first thing that you should do is you're going to take the longer number, which is this, and I'm going to put that one on top. Now, I want to point out something. At the end of this number, you're going to see a 0. If you ever have a 0 at the end, this is only with decimals. So there's a decimal, 5, 6. You don't really need that 0 there. So don't use that. Just cross that off. So really that number is 12.56. Okay, times. Again, I'm just saving the negatives till later. Again, if you look at this number, it says negative 4.0. I don't really need that 0. It's after the decimal. You do not need to put it. So really, it's just 4. Okay, now this should be easy to multiply. Okay, so I'm going to do 6 times 4, which is 24, carry the 2. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 2 is 22, carry the 2. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10, carry the 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. All right, now I just need to figure out where's my decimal go. So I'm going to come back. Don't go to this original problem because, again, you're not going to count that 0 there. So I'm going to come to how I wrote it here. So how many places are after the decimal? There's 2, so here's my decimal. I'm going to move it back 1, 2. So my answer is 50.24. And then I just need to figure out, is it negative or positive? We'll come back to your original one. A negative times a negative is a positive. So my answer is 50.24. All right, so here are some steps that kind of sum up multiplying decimals. If you want to take a screenshot of this and put this in your notes. So again, first step is get rid of any zeros at the end after a decimal point. In your original problem, if you had one like this, 4.800, again, here's my decimal point. If it's after it, you can get rid of those zeros at the end. Now you cannot do it if it was like this, 4.803. You can't get rid of that 0. It has to be at the end. So if it was here, get rid of it. Okay, second step, put the longer number on top. Remember, always pick out the longer one, and don't worry about the negative signs. Next, put the next number below it all the way to the right. Again, you don't have to line up the decimals. Okay, you do not have to line up the decimals. Fourth step, multiply, and then do your normal multiplying steps. After you get your multiply, I guess, and then add. Fifth step, count the number of places after the decimals. okay, in both of your numbers. Then you need to move the decimal back that many places from your answer, and then decide if your answer is negative or positive.